Yo, welcome everybody, it's your boy, with a brand new video for you guys today, and welcome to my channel. Do all the things on them likes, and let's get into our let's play of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We in the end game now. I don't know if we're in the end game or not, but I feel like we are. You know, kicking off right where we left off at the end of yesterday's video with a headache. I guess it probably depends on when y'all watch it. I shouldn't say yesterday. I feel like these guys are weak too. We're gonna throw some wind at them. I think it was fire. Hit him with that. Yeah, it was fire. All right, we need some healing. I don't have any elixirs. It'd be great if I did, because that would definitely be a lot better since we were very, very low on our MPs. I was gonna say. Goodness gracious. We're all the way up.
You would say that.
Yeah, there's a bench right over here, so there's that. Yeah, the reason why I say the end game, I feel like we're definitely, like, we're on chapter 15 right now. It feels like we're getting to the end of the game. Like, it has that end game feel. Anyone who plays video games, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a certain point of a video game where it just feels like you're close to the end. Where it's like, just the setting just feels different, the music feels different, the combat starts to feel different. It just, the vibe of the game changes when you're close to like the end of a video game. What's that headband? All right, I know a lot of y'all who might like watch my let's plays might want to like give some advice and stuff and tips. I would say keep those to yourself since most Fighter let's plays, mostly because I feel like y'all should definitely just let people play the games, but also just in general, you know, these videos are recorded so much further in advance than y'all see them. Like, at the time recording this video, I did something with a video before. We just uploaded episode 14 or Let's Play on Sunday, March 12th. So that gives you an idea on how far out a lot of the videos are recorded versus when they're uploaded. Like, this is probably like what, 20, 21? Yeah. It sounds like which episode of Let's Plays this is.
Cloud.
These aren't being recorded like same day as uploads and things like that. And I get it. It's probably like a maximized way to play the game. I don't really follow that model. I follow the model of just playing and experiencing myself and adapting to it the way I adapt to video games, not looking up online what the best builds and things like that are.
Yeah. We will. You'll help too, won't you?
For a price.
Really, Cloud? He says it as a joke, but man, so you gotta be more open with your emotions. That goes for a lot of y'all. You live more with your emotions. Here, get your black ass out the way. Yeah, I feel like part of like the downside of modern gaming lately when it comes to like online is people aren't playing video games blind anymore. I feel like that takes away from the experience. Everyone's watching guys on walkthroughs, and everyone's like they're seeing what the best way to maximize and optimize like the game for themselves instead of, you know, just learning on the fly through experience. Like one of my sayings is that any video that you guys see that I do a let's play of is a game that I have not watched any gameplay on, haven't seen a stream on it, haven't seen a review, not anything. So I like to play video games blind. Like Last of Us is the next game we're gonna do a freaking let's play of, and I haven't freaking seen a second of Last of Us gameplay. I haven't even touched the freaking TV show. I don't want any inkling of what Last of Us is. I should probably switch what's his name to a weapon that has range, because he's usually our range guy. He currently doesn't have any range. Wind and electricity. I love it that he's only attacking me. Like there's other people here. Like no one else has lost any health, because this game is programmed to only attack freaking who are the players controlling. And I complain about that every single time we play this game, because this to me is insane. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything for us because he's too far away. Again, this goes back to my saying about this game's combat. It's just not good. Like, you got people who have fucking swords and melee, and the boss just jumps into the freaking air. You gotta like basically rely on your character units so they hit something that's flying. That's gonna be like our only form of like damage right now. We don't have Barrett on a gun anymore. We have Barrett on what you call. That's the world's strongest grapple hook. No, it's not. I mean, Bear, you don't personally got some freaking MP right now. It's kind of hard to build up MP. We can't even like really get hits on. You know, we're short on freaking what you call, so we're gonna have to like use a ether real quick. Bump, ba-dum, bump, 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 bump. Let me do that. Keep forgetting this game doesn't have like an actual dedicated jump button. They have to like kind of like jump behind cover. If this entire fight is this way, it's gonna be one of the worst freaking like things, like fights to watch. I'm just gonna use her to do a cure instead of a freaking what you call. Like Tifa can just sit out there all she wants because it's only aiming at me. It's only gonna aim at whoever the player controlled character is. Which again is just bad game design. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll sit here just let you freaking only aim at me, not just rotate around this damn freaking block the entire time. The only thing is you can't like go into your menu mid battle to change things out, so I can't like change what's his face into being range right now. Not an option.
Buzz off.
Where it's so easy.
What the hell?
It's a laser. All right, let's use this time to use another freaking ether. We'll save the turbo ether for like potentially Tifa.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
out in the open.
It's lower now, so we probably could actually land more melee hits on it now. All right, let's use Barrett to do Little Thundra. We got a tougher Phoenix down. You're just getting hit by everything now. The game was like, he landed one hit on you, now he's gonna land every hit on you. He's gonna have him hit everything on you. I wasn't trying to block, I just forgot where my freaking sprint button was at. They're just chasing me around. You didn't even run that fast anyways, even if you do hit like shift to try to run faster. This is a lame encounter.
Gotta stay.
Time to get hit for free.
Maybe we can use that laser to break through its barrier?
That's so lame. Like, that's such a lame and cheap way to have someone get hit. Like, you're at 100% health, you walk into this portal that you don't even freaking see at, like, I didn't see that thing right there at all. And so like now I'm just like stunned and getting hit for free. As I'll say it again, any game where you take free damage is completely stupid and shouldn't be a fucking thing. Like, that's lame as hell. It's like the first time I got any freaking like chance to freaking do anything, because you're rarely getting a chance to freaking do any damage. That seemed like it'll be a good idea, so I did it.
I've got you covered.
Now we're gonna go ahead and do that again. Not that. I'm sure there's people who are like die-hard fans of this game's franchise, and are like,
No need to panic.
getting massively annoyed with my comments about this game. I don't care.
Any last words?
I play so many freaking video games, or like I just have like a refined, you know, taste for certain games. I can't move. Like, I hate when the game's just like you're not allowed to move. I'm gonna make this fight a little shorter by just bringing in Ifrit.
You're up.
You don't need Ifrit, but we're gonna bring him out and just make this fight shorter. Because unless I have to deal with this game's very crappy freaking mechanics and then any like encounters, I'll take anything when it comes to like not having to put up with this game's bad mechanics. Need to heal Barrett.
Come on.
Well,
Give me your best shot.
he feels fucking stuck. That got us a stagger. We're gonna use that laser. Yeah, use Tifa to freaking pick Barrett up. Well, she's freaking stuck right now. I hate, like, I come from games like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and especially Dragon Age, you know, games where you can actually pause time to use each individual character that you have to do an attack. I hate that when I'm trying to like use each person who I have to do an attack all at once, but every time I use an attack, it takes me out of this menu to put me back into like full gameplay, which I'm not trying to do. I want to like be able to use an ability for Cloud. Let me use Tifa to do something, and then, you know, go from there. But you can't do that this game. The second you freaking agree to do a spell or whatever, or an attack, you automatically are kicked out of the thing. If he's going to use his little signature attack. It's just kind of lame game, not gameplay. Like the gameplay visually looks nice to look at, but the combat's just
Get some rest.
not the best. Tifa's low on health. It's taking a long time for this drill to decide the freaking like see how long we were like next to it? The laser's taking even longer than before. Oh my god, dude. Like, I'm trying to get out the fucking way and the game's just like, no, we don't care. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, let me freaking move. That's not really a thing. Like, in this game, there's so much of freaking like, if you get hit by anything, your character freaking stutters. Instead of like just allowing you to freaking move. Like, okay, I got it. We got hit by that. Let me freaking move. But by the time you're allowed to fucking move, you get hit again. Like I said, it's just gross combat.
Not that there was ever any doubt.
I don't remember which video I said it in, but I said before in the video that this franchise keeps reinventing like their combat because it's not good combat. You know, you got like the diehards who love the turn base. You got people who liked 15's combat, people who hated 15's combat. The new game 16 is gonna have Devil May Cry like combat. People who hate that idea. This game's always trying to reinvent its wheel when it comes to its combat because they keep having bad combat. And again, like I said, there's people who love the turn-based, people who love, you know, this game's combat, people who love 15's combat. I actually like 15's combat. It's better than this, definitely. Could 15 combat be better? Yeah, I feel like 15 combat was definitely good, but it wasn't great. I had those both finish at the exact same time. Sorry, I'm looking at my like I said, we uploading a video right now on YouTube. Episode 14 just went up. I'm about to schedule episode 15. Upload an hour later. Don't get it twisted though, I do like this game. I know I complain a lot, but I only complain about games that I actually do enjoy, and my complaints me wanting the games to be better. And a lot of it just comes from the fact that I've played so many video games and I experienced so many like really good boss fights, experienced a lot of really good combat from multiple video games. You know, and I don't want to like be, you know, the person who regurgitates the same thing when it comes to like, you know, the From Software games and how their boss fights are. But you know, when you come from that universe, when you come from playing like all these other games before you play this game,
I can't help but wonder.
kind of like the same thing I said about the God of War game that they put on PC. It's like if this was the only freaking like God of War game that I've ever like, not God of War game I played, if it was like the only kind of like action RPG that I ever played when it comes to like, the God of War game, it might have been a better game to me. But because I played so many freaking games like Assassin's Creed games and you know all the From Software games, the Spider-Man games, things like that, the God of War combat just felt average. And kind of like just same old, same old.
We'll get inside via the parking garage.
And this game's, you know, it doesn't even feel average. It just feels clunky and, you know, janky and weird. It doesn't seem like it's very good. Like, it's entertaining to look at. That's about the best that it can do. It just be entertaining to look at.
Security's looking pretty tight.
Huh. So they know what they're up against.
Somehow, I don't think it's all for us. Could be for Avalanche, or maybe even Wutai.
Can't be for Wutai. What about the ceasefire?
That only put the war on pause.
A little Justin IEM. Like it was loose my ear.
Either way, I'm going to Avalanche. In this glass tower over.
We're here to rescue Aerith, remember? We don't need more attention than what we're gonna get. We need to be smart.
Yeah, I hear you. But my soul's screaming for payback, you know? I'm a
Yeah, like that fight felt very, very easy.
I'm gonna have to blow up.
Well, then make it later.
So like, in order to make the fight seem more complicated than it was, you know, you have just the janky combat. A game's janky combat can make any fight seem more complicated and harder than it actually is. Something that we're also seeing right now with the game Wulong. Wulong is a game where a lot of the encounters don't feel actually hard. But what it does feel like is that you're fighting the game to, you know, itself. Like the camera angles in that game is so bad, and a lot of the control formatting is like really janky. A lot of times if you do come across anything like complex or you're like difficult, it's never like the actual encounters that you're having when it comes to like the bosses or the enemies. It's always just, you know, you couldn't see because the camera was doing this, or you were trying to do this thing but you couldn't because the game, the way that game's designed, especially on console, your dodge button and your parry button are the exact same button, and that's terrible design. That's like a very terrible decision when it comes to game's mechanics. Because what that means is you'll start accidentally freaking dodging instead of like when you're trying to parry, or you're accidentally parrying and trying to dodge. Most games, what they'll do when it comes to like that kind of design is they'll make the guard button and your parry button the same button. But you tap the guard button to parry, you hold the guard button to guard, which is way better. Because if you accidentally freaking like guard, at least you freaking,
That one there.
you know, still
That's
gonna do a
shimmer
guard.
truck, isn't it?
Come on.
But I'd say like it's noticeable when it comes to like regions that you know, Japanese video games tend to be the ones who have like very wonky and janky controls compared to like Western games, and games that are established as being, you know, more Western than say Japanese tend to also have good combat. aka From Software games. From Software, they don't really ever have the janky combat controls because their games are more modeled after Western games.
All clear.
Roger. Okay, head on in.
Like if Dark Souls or Elden Ring had the same kind of combat as Wulong or Final Fantasy, people would not play those games.
Where'd you come from?
Ain't no Shinra punk taking me down.
Coming through.
All right.
First hand.
especially when it comes to like PC ports. The PC port for like say Neo, for example, another game that has like, you know, it's I think by the same developers as Reading Roll-On. Neo on PC doesn't even freaking have like an actual keyboard layout. When you play Neo with mouse and keyboard, it still shows up as like an Xbox controller.
You never planned to be stealthy in the first place.
Don't remember. Maybe, maybe not.
People leveled up.
Bring it on.
You're screaming like a proper party now.
Let's keep moving. Should be a service entrance in the back.
But that's it. People are obviously gonna like, you know, choose sides and agree and disagree and things like that, which is fine. I don't really care. People disagreement doesn't really change anything other than you disagree. You know, it's not like if someone disagrees with me, I'm going to sit here and be like, fine, I change my mind. I'm like, no, disagree. I don't really care.
What's the situation? Can't get in contact with HQ. Didn't they?
That'll do.
It's over here in this corner. Nothing. I think I just got canceled out of my ability. Like, you can't cancel the enemy out of their abilities, but they can cancel out of your abilities. Like, honestly, when you use your freaking ATB abilities, those should be unblockables. Like, these kind of abilities should all be unblockables. And they should be able to be canceled out. Especially with a basic ass attack.
Hell yeah!
Maybe dial it back a little.
We already come from this way? I don't know.
Take your best shot. I'm ready for you.
Keep it tight. Let's finish this.
Are the dogs only attacking Barrett?
Would kill for a shower.
You said it a lot, Tifa. Molotov cocktail, things I've never used in this game. Gonna have them heal themselves. Let's see if there's anything over here before we go that way. Like just shitty controls. You gotta rely on your ATP to freaking be charged up to even defend yourself to do anything. If you're getting hit, you're just getting hit. I didn't change my targets. Why is my target changing?
Get ready.
Like right now, I can't defend myself. If I'm getting hit, I'm just getting hit. I can't defend myself. And I'm getting hit by multiple enemies right now.
Come on.
Because the way this game works, if you're already getting hit, you can't just decide to start defending yourself. And if I get hit by anything, it doesn't just turn. Like I just use a barrier shield, and I'm still getting hit through barrier shield. Now, why do I use barrier? Why should I use the fucking barrier shield if I'm still gonna get hit through it? Like it's just it's dumb. Like honestly, I'm taking that barrier off the off Cloud because it serves no fucking use. I'm trying to defend myself. I attack right through the freaking block. I'm like I can't defend myself. I'm literally getting hit by multiple things at the exact same time, and it's so stupid. This comes from a video game who thinks overwhelming the player is a challenge. I can't roll out the way. I can't do anything right there. This is really just garbage freaking design.
Let's do this.
And all it is just frustrating. When your game's frustrating, your game becomes unplayable. That's all frustration does. Frustration just makes the game unplayable.
That's that.
Sure hope no one else knows we're here.
Come on. We need to move.
You got freaking like 5 guys attacking one person when there's 3 other people to attack. And then it just becomes a game of just taking turns on who those 5 people are attacking all at once. It's been a good time. I freaking had a what you call a bench, so I don't have to freaking waste my fucking resources and watch me freaking like use my heals and stuff to get everybody topped off. And then when I freaking end up seeing like a bench, but it's like a pretty big area that would look like a freaking a mall situation. I would have had a bench right in this freaking area that we're in right now. Including my complaints about what I'm saying right now is valid, considering fact, like I said, this game keeps trying to reinvent the wheel when it comes to its combat for a fucking reason.
Nobody's home.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be holding Aerith?
I'm thinking a research facility. That'd make the most sense.
And where is that?
Upper floors. Maybe near the top. That's where you are.
Maybe.
Maybe we can use the console at the reception desk to find out. This building's incredible.
A shining monument to corporate greed. One of these days, I'm gonna tear it down and burn the rubble.
But not today.
Yeah.
See if there's any chests in here. It doesn't look like it. Unless they're up top. Or it's so
I don't
easy.
know about you, but I don't think we should try touching it.
Shit, making life hard.
Let's just keep heading up.
Take an escalator.
So, how do we get upstairs?
Either the elevator or the emergency stairwell.
Isn't the lab we're looking for on one of the top floors? I vote we take the elevator.
I just want to say, are they programmed to freaking know how to use escalators? Alright, I don't have the patience for this. No loot over there. It's like just a big empty area with like zero freaking loot. Yeah, like nothing to like sit on and in terms of like the benches and whatnot. Alright, so if that's what we have to go, then what would this lead to? Unless it just doesn't open. A key card required. That also mean that this requires a key card too?
No getting upstairs without a key card, huh?
Think we're gonna need a few before this is over.
Pretty sure I saw one lying around.
Oh, the reception desk.
Yeah, but how to get in?
Go up and over, maybe? Look. Pretty sure we could reach it if we hop across those lights.
I don't know.
I think I'll give it a shot. As the lightest one here, I figure I've got the best chance. You two can sit back and watch.
Oh boy. Unneeded
Okay,
platformer.
guys, wish me luck.
You be careful.
Aren't I always?
And with this game, the platforming in this game is really slow and just like combat, janky. It's like you gotta like do a lot of waiting for the game to be ready for stuff. I feel like going to the left would be a better idea.
Oh shit! Tifa!
Are you okay?
I thought I was dead for sure.
We're waiting because it takes that long for the game to give you back control of your character. So I told you before I'm going to be doing like a ranking of the PlayStation games that are ported to PC. This game's going to be low on that list. It's a good story, but everything else about this game just doesn't make it in like a high value game when it comes to like a ranking on the best PlayStation games on PC right now. The door open. I don't see a way to get back up unless you can take this freaking thing down, but again, it's like a possibility. Can I climb these and just hop up that way? I think that's what it'd be designed for. The chest right there, like, yeah, it does look like there you should be able to like jump on these things. Why else would you put a chest up there? Like, this is like something like see, you just have to find where the freaking triangle, that the linear triangle platform, instead of just being able to just grab on. Like most games let you just grab onto things. This game, like, it makes it freaking way more complicated than it needs to be to do basic platforming. This is why I bought this game for like 30 bucks on a freaking one of those websites that freaking just give that have like cheap, that like have like keys for discount, like CD keys, and what's the other one called, like Eneva or something like that. Damn sure it's not gonna spend 70 bucks for this game. I'm glad I did. I spent $70 for this game, I probably would have freaking like been highly upset. Can you get off? It has a way for me to rotate my mouse around to get off.
Hand over hand, huh? That's fine. Bring it on.
I didn't tell you to go that far. You're doing like again. Just go forward. Again, I say this game's platforming is just as janky as its fucking combat. Early in chapter 15, haven't beaten the game yet, but you want to know what if I was, I don't do reviews of games that I do freaking let's plays of. Not really necessary. Usually I like wait till I beat the game and I'll like mention what I think about it. This game right now is just a 7 out of 10. Barely. This game's barely a 7 out of 10 for me. And that's just, and that 7 is just primarily just the story and the graphics. Like visually, everything in this game looks great. The sound is great. The actual gameplay,
Just need to get across those platforms.
On a freaking scale of 1 to 10, it's like a good 4. The gameplay's a 4. Like, it's kind of sad that I already saw like beforehand what would have been like a good way for her to get across if she had just went left instead of jumping forward, but because the game is like designed in a certain way, like the game's designed for her to like fall off, so she can't see like the more intelligent fucking way to jump. Congrats, she got the key card.
I might be able to disable security from here.
Hot damn, girl.
But But I didn't do anything.
Shit, I'll take it. So you can
That
use
means they're
to look
watching
up
you.
what floor the research facility's on.
I think so. Give me a sec.
Use your common sense.
Bingo. Professor Hojo's lab. 65th floor looks like. Huh. Guess we can only get to the 59th floor via the elevators or stairs. To access any level above that, we need to check in at the Skyview Hall reception.
59th floor it is then.
Right.
And we'll get there on the next video, because that is it for today's Let's Play of Final Fantasy 7. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I complained basically throughout the entirety of the video, and it is what it is. I'm always gonna be honest with you guys. I'm always gonna like let you guys know how I feel. I'm never gonna be freaking just the one who bullshits y'all. If I'm feeling a certain way during the game, I'm going to freaking say it. But I'll do all things awkward on lights, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all stay safe, be constant, another be boy Nubis. I'm out of here. Deuces.